just like that, it's the last day of the month and the last day of the work week for many. A great Friday afternoon, everyone. I'm Denise Tan. Let's start the weekend right with some afternoon delight. Okay, it is Friday, February 28, last day na nga po ng buwan. Ang aking partner na si Lourdes Vera ay may konting racket. Panauhing pandangal po siya sa isang event sa Maynila. Kaya for today, magpapahinga muna ang ating Tito Lord. At ang makakasama natin ay ang isang suki rin dito sa Afternoon Delight, the big story anchor, Pauline Versosa. Tita Pa.
Hi, Tita Denise. Balik na naman tayo dito sa Afternoon Delight kasi ang busy pala si Tito Lord.
Oo.
Last time, birthday niya. So, nagpahinga muna siya. Pero today,
Kinabahan.
umarakit si Tito Lord.
Kinabahan ng Lolo Lord mo. Lolo Lord.
Laging lolo na. Lagot ka.
Ang Tito Lord mo, sana hindi niya pa namin itong episode na to. Hindi ko alam kung saan galing yung Lolo Lord. Okay, but si Tito Lord kasi, masyadong malapit dun sa show, yung oras. No?
Ayun.
Tapos payday Friday today.
Correct. O, alam mo naman, pag payday Friday, traffic, no?
Oo.
Papunta pa lang dito. Actually, sa studio ako, medyo naipit na rin ako sa
Oo,
traffic.
ako naman kahapon pa lang naipit na sa traffic.
Ganun talaga.
Oo, last day of the week. Pero next week, start of a new week, is start of something new rin para sa The Big Story.
Uy, tama yan.
Tell
Oo
us all
nga.
about it.
Yes, starting Monday, March 3, 2025, or March 4 pala. Anong?
March 3, March 3.
March 3? Oh, tama, March 3.
Monday, oo.
Nalilito na po tayo. But as you see on your screens, we are finally welcoming Miss Ces Drilon to One News. Of course, Miss Ces Orenia Drilon brings a wealth of experience as a veteran journalist. Alam po natin, one of the most trusted and respected names in Philippine journalism. And she will be joining us on the Big Story starting March 3, 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Yan, only po on One News. She will be joining Sean Yao and myself. We'll be debuting a brand new edition of The Big Story. Actually, 4th iteration na pala yan ng TBS. And of course, we're so excited to welcome Ms. Ces Drilon. Pagbabalik din niya to sa news.
That's
since,
right.
Pero
for a while, no? Pawi, no, the viewers are actually wondering, no, sabi nila, of course, the addition of Ms. Ces Orenia Drilon na talagang yung kanyang experience, kanyang credibility. Alam din natin, meron siyang segment, yung sustainability.
Sustainability.
But what else can the viewers expect from this parang, ano ba to, revamp ba tawag dito?
Oo,
ng The Big Story?
parang ganun na rin, no? Revamp of The Big Story. I think what they can expect with Miss Ces Drilon already on board is no-nonsense interviews, di ba? Talagang straight to the point. She said she's also excited to get back in the grind talaga. And, giving context, sabi niya yan, yun yung stress niya because nowadays, di ba, lipanan na ang fake news,
Tama.
disinformation. And that's what's important, I think, also now with news. You can't just read about it, listen to it, tapos hindi ka magbibigay ng konteksto. Kailangan alam mo rin yung meaning niyan, how it impacts the lives of Filipinos, how it impacts your life personally. And that's what we bring. We're gonna be having newsmakers every night, in-depth interviews, and yun na nga, yung segment din ni Mrs. na sustainability. Sabi niya yan daw yung talagang isa sa mga must niya nung nag-negotiate sila ng kanyang paglipat dito sa One News. Kasi alam naman natin, parang she's been into farming, di ba? Parang green thumb na talaga siya. And abangan niyo po yan, sustainability also on The Big Story.
Actually, parang I saw a video a few years back, even dun sa kanyang tirahan, meron siyang garden na talagang parang may green thumb nga siya. Sige, abangan po natin yan on Monday. Again, The Big Story at 7:30. 7:30 to 8:30 p.m.
Only po on One News.
Alright. Okay, ngayon naman ang pag-usapan natin ay ang ating chosen delight of the day. Ano bang explanation dito? We have BLT or yung tinatawag na bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich.
Yan.
BLT for short, ayan.
So ito po ang aming special BLT for today. Mukhang may budget tayo today. Mahal kasi ang BLT di ba?
Last day na kasi. Baka inuubos yung budget for the month. Oo, kailangan ma-liquidate lahat. Kaya may budget. May pa-juice pa.
Oo nga, bongga pala kayo pag Friday. Dapat umuupo ako dito pag Friday and last day of the month.
Yes.
Pero ang BLT, sinasabi kong medyo may budget kasi mahal talaga yan.
Bacon
diba?
pa lang eh.
Bacon pa lang. Usually when I wanna treat myself na sandwich, tinitingnan ko yung BLT, medyo mahal yan. Pero sige, kung treat yourself naman day, okay, sige, kahit papano. Bigay natin sa sarili natin yan. Ikaw, Tita Denise, do you like BLT sandwiches?
Okay lang. Oo.
Ano ba yung go-to sandwich mo kung magsa-sandwich ka man?
Ako, siguro something na may beef. Not necessarily bacon.
Okay.
Oo. Mas gusto ko yung parang beef patty or like a chicken patty. Pero BLT as a classic, tsaka masarap kasi, of course, you have your bacon, may konti kang veggies, diba yung iba naglalagay ng cheese, some sort of spread, some sort of sauce. Oh, so all around, meron kang carbs, protein, and wala ka, yung fat! Yung fat na
Healthy din
kailangan,
siya,
nasa
tama.
bacon.
Tapos may mayonnaise din. And nakita ko nga sa social media, ay sa Google, na there are different recipes pala para sa
BLT.
Sa BLT. So it's up to you. I guess you can put other condiments, other toppings, cheese, 'di ba? Pwede na rin BLT with cheese. Pero ako ang favorite sandwich ko talaga grilled cheese. Yan.
Ay, oo,
Parang
tas
walang-
tomato soup.
Diba?
Sarap.
Ang grilled cheese. O baka
Baka sa March,
katapusan
pwede
ng
natin
March.
yan. Baka sa March, pwede na yan. Ano, magtipid-tipid muna tayo.
Pag nag-liquidate na rin kayo ng
Oo.
ng mga tira-tirang budget.
Sige, pag-usapan natin yan na come the next month, no? Sa Monday, tignan natin kung may budget tayo. Pero ngayon, pag-usapan muna natin ang mga stories on social media. First one is on the Philippine Star via Life. The headline reads, Gene Hackman and wife's deaths deemed suspicious by authorities. Let's hear this report from the Associated Press.
Oscar-winning actor Gene Hackman and his wife were found dead in their New Mexico home on Wednesday. Foul play is not suspected. However, authorities did not release any details of the circumstances of their deaths and said an investigation is ongoing. A spokesperson for the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office said deputies responded to a requested ill welfare check at the home on Wednesday around 1:45 local time and found Hackman, his wife Betsy Arakawa, and a dog dead. Hackman, who was 95, was one of the industry's most respected and honoured performers.
Gene Hackman receives his Oscar from Liza Minnelli.
Get off the bar and get on the wall!
His dozens of films included Oscar-winning roles in The French Connection and Unforgiven, and he had a breakout performance in Bonnie and Clyde.
It's a make-believe world, and as I say, it's what I wanted to do as a child, and I fulfilled a lot of my dreams.
Eh lang at Tita Denise, no? So they said it was suspicious kasi wala namang nakitang foul play, or they didn't also see, authorities did not see any signs of break-in sa tirahan ni Mr. Hackman and his wife. So right now, ang anggulo daw na tinitignan nila is carbon monoxide poisoning.
Isn't that their daughter na nagsabi nun? Their
Oo.
child na nagsabi? Although,
It's possible, oo.
kasi ang alam ko, when they saw, when the police saw their bodies initially, no, nung may tinawag nga, parang may nakita daw na bottle of pills.
Sa tabi,
Sa tabi
nung,
ni Betsy Arakawa, ng kanyang may bahay.
Oo. So, we'll see, no? Pero carbon monoxide poisoning, ano yan, nakakatakot yan because you don't really see it, right? It's invisible gas. And kasi namatay din yung aso.
Oo. At saka si Gene Hackman daw, when he was found, he was on the bed with sunglasses right next to him. So yung itsura niya ay parang bumagsak lang. Basta-basta.
But ito, may nakinabasa din ako na the medical examiner's reports with the final cause of death, they generally take 4 to 6 weeks to really finalize. So, I guess now nasa early stages pa sila ng investigation. So, we will see kung yun talaga yung cause. Kasi nga, you have 3 fatalities kasama yung aso,
Oo.
no? So, hindi naman, wala namang signs of foul play. Mahirap din naman na natural cause lang din yan kasi nga, you have 3 fatalities. So, but of course, our hearts go out to the family ni Mr. Gene Hackman. Ako, aminado ako, hindi ako masyado familiar because hindi ko panahon yung time na ano. But as mentioned in the report of the Associated Press earlier, he's one of the most respected names talaga in Hollywood. He's a 2-time Oscar
Yes.
winner. And
But before that, he was actually voted by his
maganda
school theater to be the least likely to succeid. Pero 2 Oscar.
yun talaga yung mga mas nakaka-inspire na journey. And I guess motivation din sa kanya na bakit nga ba may ganung award pala to begin in the first place, no? Na least likely to
Oo.
succeed. Dapat wala nang ganon. But here, to just give more context on this report, there was apparently also a recording of the 911 call upon the discovery of Mr. Hackman and his wife's remains. And let's hear that, courtesy of the Associated Press.
Santa Fe 911, what is it? Emergency?
Hello, my name is the caretaker for Santa Fe Summit. I'm here about past 10,000 ways. I think we just found one deceased person inside a house. What's that, sister? There's no address. I'm going to wait for you at the gate. I'm going to wait for you to please send somebody really quick.
Okay. How old is the patient?
Well, I have no idea.
You don't know? Okay, that's fine. Is the patient a male or a female?
A female and a male, probably. I don't know, sir. Just send somebody up here real quick.
Okay. Are they awake?
I have no idea.
Are they breathing?
I have no idea. I'm not inside the house. It's closed. It's locked. I can't go in. But I see them. She's laying down on a floor from the window.
Okay.
So yun na nga, no. I believe the remains were found days after na nung pumanaw sila. So kung carbon monoxide nga yung tinitignan, ito ginugol ko rin, no, what that, yung mga possible sources niyan is mga furnace daw, mga fireplace, gas stove, generators, or even car exhaust. So ang hirap talaga niyan, no? I think that's one of the things maybe the American government can also help look at because there have been parang 400 deaths na rin daw sa carbon monoxide.
Actually, sa mga ibang establishments, even Airbnbs, isang additional feature yan if you have the monitor for that. Carbon monoxide feature. Kasi nga, you never know eh. Lalo natutulog ka, mga vents, mga AC, it goes around all throughout the establishment.
Lalo na kung poorly ventilated yung area na yan, ano. So, ayan, of course, our hearts go out once again nga to Mr. Hackman and their loved ones. Pero 'di ba ito nga si Mr. Hackman, sabi natin he has won 2 Oscars and kasama na sa mga most recognizable films niya is The French Connection, Hoosiers, Unforgiven, and The Firm. But his Oscars came from The French Connection and the 1992 film Unforgiven. Where he played as Little Bill Daggett, the violent sheriff, in Clint Eastwood's 1992 film. So, and of course, his death, since we're talking about the Oscars, ang Oscars this weekend na.
Yes.
The Academy Awards. And speaking of that, as we move on to a more pleasant note, here's a story from the New York Times about the Academy Awards happening this March 3. The headline reads, Oscars 2025 predictions, who will win Best Picture, Actor, and Actress. Ito na nga, ito inaabangan ng mga, of course, movie lovers. We've got some nominations, pero ito, from the New York Times, this article takes a look at sino yung mga tingin nilang mananalo out of
mga
those
picks
nominated.
Of course, nominated, Anora, The Brutalist, a complete unknown, Conclave, na pinag-uusapan na dahil nga dun sa sitwasyon din over at the Vatican. Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and The Wicked. Honestly, yung The Substance, yun pa lang ata ang napanood ko. Oo.
Ako, baka Wicked pa lang eh.
Pero yung Anora ang pick ng New York Times.
Anora.
Oo.
So, baka pwede natin panoorin, mag-movie marathon tayo, no, before the Oscars. But like you said, Tita Denise, no, Conclave yan, very timely yan because of the situation of Pope Francis. So, it's very nice to take a look at that. But aside from Best Picture, ito naman, Best Director. Si Sean Baker also for Anora. So, it looks like Anora might be taking home a lot of Oscars this year. For Best Actor, ang vote nila goes to Adrian Brody for The Brutalist. But other nominees also include Timothy Chalamet, Coleman Domingo, and others. For Best Actress, ito, si Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here.
Ang Best Supporting Actor naman is Kieran Culkin, yung kapatid.
Ni Macaulay Culkin.
Tapos Best Supporting Actress is Zoe Saldana. For Emilia Perez, alam naman natin, ang dami ring critics nitong palabas na to, ng movie na to. And then, Best Original Screenplay, Anora pa rin ang top pick.
Anora.
Ito, a must-watch ata dapat bago pa natin.
Tingnan natin kung mauwi talaga nila yung awards. But here, for Best Adapted Screenplay, their vote goes to Conclave. Ayan, Conclave. Best Animated Feature, you've got Flow, ang vote ng New York Times. Best Documentary Feature, No Other Land. Best International Feature, I'm Still Here. Best Cinematography, so on and so forth, The Brutalist. Marami pa yung mga awards na yan, ano? But we will be tuning into the Oscars this weekend to see who are the winners. Expected na rin natin, baka may tribute sila. Dapat may special tribute din sila for Mr. Gene Hackman. Okay. Here, moving on to local entertainment, Kim Chiu and Paolo Avellino, or Kim Pao, bring a unique spark of romance in their movie My Love Will Make You Disappear. The details from News 5 correspondent MJ Marfori.
Parang lahat ng tao gusto si Kim. Parang Undeniable ang kilig kay Paolo Avellino at Kim Chiu. Nabibida na sa kanilang first ever movie na My Love Will Make You Disappear. Nakwento nga ni Paolo ang traits na hinahangaan nila sa isa't isa.
If there's a trait that I would like to get from Kim, maybe it's her likability. Na kapag nakita ng tao si Kim, parang kaibigan mo kagad.
Ang effect naman ni Paolo kay Kim, ang mag-mellow ng slight. Demure na yan.
Syempre hindi naman tayo magsusobrang mag-ingay. Baka, nag-adjust tayo ng konting-konti as much as I can. Yes, tinong down natin. Nilagay sa lugar yung kaingayan.
Mabusisi sa pagpili ng proyekto ang Kim Pao. At ibahin nyo raw ang rom-com na ito dahil may fresh flavor at atake na ipapakita mga karakter nila na sina Sari at Jolo.
This is a different rom-com. Yung rom-com na masasabi mong very now. Yung parang very advanced. Naka-iOS siya. Naka-update. Yes.
Dahil sa init ng pagsuporta at laki ng fandom ng Kim Pao, ipapalabas sa higit 30 countries ang My Love Will Make You Disappear. At proud sila na i-export ang Pinoy kilig sa mundo.
More than that, I think yung sense na yung tayo bilang Pilipino, like us, our communities here, and parang syempre at the same time yung mga kilig na very very unique yung term.
Tayo mga Pilipino, gusto natin yung kilig ng Korean. Pero na-engage tayo doon. So ito, i-export naman natin yung kilig ng Pilipino.
Mapapanood ito sa Pilipinas sa March 26 at international naman March 27 onwards.
Alright, at this point, batiin na natin ang lahat na nanonood sa Afternoon Delight via live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and on TikTok. Una na dyan, Alex Fuentes, Ralph Domingo, ayan, mga suki natin.
Rin.
Oh, hello.
Hello po, Sir Alex and Sir Ralph. Ito sa YouTube, merong comment si Mr. Cesar Carino. Sabi niya, sana kasama ni Ms. Ces Drilon si Ronald Llamas sa The Big Story para mas maganda ang analysis at opinion sa mga issue. Pag-isipan natin yan. Baka pwede nga naman mag-guest si Sir Ronald. Pero resident political analyst kasi siya ng Storycon. So 4 o'clock yun, no, sa One News. Pero maganda yun. Or baka pwede rin mag-guest si Ms. Ces sa Storycon.
Pwede, diba? Pero interesting nga yung banter pa lang. Baka isang buong show na yun, diba?
Ito, sabi rin ni Sir Cesar Carino na si Gene Hackman, also known as Lex Luthor, and Christopher Reeves, also known as Superman, are now both dead. Pero si Superman nga killed Lex Luthor, but Lex Luthor has kryptonite killing Superman. I guess this is the original Superman, na pinapertain ni Mr. Cesar Carino. Maganda rin yung panoorin, i-rewatch yung original Superman kasi marami ng iterations din yung movie na yan.
Tsaka siguro yung mga movies din ni Gene Hackman. Diba? Lalo na kung yun talaga yung pinag-uusapan and he's well celebrated, it's time to maybe take a look at it or revisit it or explore those kinds of movies kung hindi nyo pa napapanood. Okay. Ito naman, sabi ni John Aquino, good afternoon, Tita Denise and Ate Pauline. Bakit ako, tita? Bakit siya ate? Ha? Ikaw dyan na nga kayo.
Nilolo mo daw kasi si Lord.
Hindi ko alam talaga saan galing yun. Nico Cabales, hi mga aunties. Okay. Si Kuya Mer also good afternoon, sabi ni Kuya Mer Abad. My mom also, of course, always watching. Hello, ma.
Sabi ni Ralph Domingo, hello to the lovebirds of Afternoon Delight. Bakit naman naging lovebirds na kami ni Denise? Tayo na yung mag-lovebirds. Ayan. Pero good afternoon. Please do keep your comments coming dito po sa Afternoon Delight on One News.
But for now, it is time to take a quick break. Marami pa kaming kwento sa inyo, kaya dyan lang kayo. Magbabalik po ang Afternoon Delight.
This is AP News Minute. The Trump administration says it's cutting more than 90% of USAID contracts, plus $60 billion in U.S. assistance worldwide. That's according to an internal memo obtained by the AP and court filings. The administration also says federal agencies should begin planning to eliminate employee positions. President Donald Trump says he hopes to speak to Russian President Vladimir Putin soon about ending the war in Ukraine. He also says a U.S.-Ukraine economic deal that's in the works could be worth $1 trillion. The remains of 4 more Israeli hostages were returned from Gaza early Thursday. A group representing families of hostages says they have been identified. Israel released more than 600 Palestinian prisoners. Actor Gene Hackman, his wife, and their dog were all found dead in their home in New Mexico. The Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office says foul play is not suspected. However, no details about the circumstances of their deaths were immediately released.
Magandang hapon pong muli. This is Afternoon Delight on One News. Ako po si Denise Tan, kasama si Pauline Versosa.
All right, at this point, here's a quick rundown of some stories on One News. A newly opened bridge in Isabela partially collapsed on Thursday, injuring 6 people, including a minor who was severely hurt. The Department of Public Works and Highways is currently investigating the incident. The 1.25 billion peso bridge was only completed on February 1 after a decade of construction. A big-time oil price hike is seen next week. Heads up motorists, gasoline and diesel prices are expected to increase by up to 1 peso and 20 centavos per liter and kerosene by 1 peso and 50 centavos. Now here is another reminder for motorists. NLEX will implement a toll fee increase starting March 2. Motorists will now have to pay up to an additional 171 pesos depending on vehicle class. The Toll Regulatory Board said it approved the hike after a thorough review of NLEX Corporation's compliance with regulations. And PDIC has increased the maximum deposit insurance coverage to 1 million pesos starting March 15. The maximum coverage was previously set at 500,000 pesos. PDIC says this move will strengthen public confidence in the banking system.
Meantime, many Filipinos are struggling with soaring prices of goods as businesses pass on additional costs to consumers. But what do business owners have to say about this? Mobile Journal Ivan Tarinque reports.
Mabigat sa bulsa ang patuloy na pagtaas ng mga presyo ng bilihin. Hindi na lang ang mga mamimili ang umaaray sa mga gastusin, pati na rin ang mga nagle-negosyo.
Mula sa pang-araw-araw na pangangailangan hanggang sa mga pansahog sa ulam tulad ng asin, ramdam ng mamimili ang pagtaas ng presyo. Sa mga maliit na negosyo, lumalaki rin ang gastos produksyon mula sa sangkap hanggang sa operasyon.
Tumaas ang asukal, mantika, gas. Ang laki na naman itinaas ng asukal. Yung produkto namin, hindi naman namin maitaas.
Ayon sa 2024 survey ng international research firm na IPSOS, 77% ng mga Pilipino ang naniniwalang masyadong mataas ang patong ng mga negosyo sa kanilang binibenta. Pero sagot ng ilang business owners, nasa lugar naman ang presyo nila.
Hindi naman po pwedeng mataas ang kuha mo, mababa ang bentahan mo. Talo kami bilang mga nagre-repack lang ng paninda.
Sa isang bigasan sa Marikina, nasa 5 pesos ang patong sa bawat kilo ng bigas at 50 hanggang 100 naman sa bawat kaban. Pero kapag sobrang taas ng presyo mula sa kanilang supplier, nasa 2 pesos na lang kanilang tubo.
Ganyan, 50, 45 puhunan, ganun. May 5 pesos. May patong ka ng 5 pesos. Kasi hindi ka naman pwedeng hindi magpatong ng 5 pesos kasi may plastic pa.
Anila, hindi kasing laki na inaakala ng iba ang kanilang tubo. Kada benta, barya lang ang kanilang kinikita. Ngunit sa liit ng tubong ito, nakakalikha pa rin ang kabuhayan para sa ilang Pilipino.
Hindi lang mga mamimili apektado sa pagtaas ng presyo, pati na rin ang mga maliit na negosyo na pilit na nagpapatuloy sa kabila ng manipis na kita. Mobile Journal, Ivan Tarinque po hatid, ang Mukhaan Balita.
Right now in other news, we're finding out that before Pope Francis was hospitalized for double pneumonia, He faced resistance from some Vatican officials over budget cuts and fundraising efforts to address the Holy See's financial deficit. 3 days before his hospitalization, the Pope ordered the creation of a commission on donations for the Holy See to boost contributions. Despite cost-saving measures, the Vatican continues to struggle financially. The 2024 financial reports showed an 83 million euro deficit, up from 33 million euros in 2022. Pension liabilities, estimated at 631 million euros in 2022, are also a growing concern. The Vatican relies on donations, its investment portfolio, and income from the Vatican museums to fund operations. Meanwhile, the Pope remains hospitalized, but there has been slight improvement in his condition. Now, since Pope Francis's admission to hospital on February 14, prayers have been pouring in for the Pope. Even the children are sending him well wishes. Here's that story from the Associated Press.
Siamo letteralmente sommersi dai disegni dei bambini, dalle letterine dei bambini e dalle piccole preghiere. Gesù fa sta bene a Papa Francesco, oppure caro Papa Francesco, ti vogliamo tanto bene e speriamo che ti riprendi presto. Dal Perù, dal Brasile, insomma da diverse parti del mondo, dalle grandi metropoli, da New York, da Betlemme, da Gerusalemme. Ma se ci stanno delle persone qui, ma dico io, ma adesso no?
Now, back here at home, Senate President Francis Escudero has outlined a timetable for the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte.
Senate President Jesus Escudero has issued a proposed timeline for the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte. Special Order 2025-15 also instructs the Senate to prepare for the proceedings. Here, he listed the duties and responsibilities of departments that will provide administrative support to the trial. Senate Secretary Renato Bantug is assigned as clerk of court, and he will assist the presiding officer or the Senate President in facilitating the impeachment court. He will also be in charge of non-judicial functions such as recording and reporting impeachment proceedings, and in preparing and serving notices and summons. On the other hand, the Senate Legal Counsel and the Deputy Secretary for Legislation are assigned as deputy clerks, while Senate Sergeant-at-Arms, retired General Roberto Angcan, is tasked to deliver summons and subpoenas and make security arrangements.
Para makapaghanda sila at gumawa na rin ng proposed budget kaugnay nun dahil baka may mga unforeseen expenses na kailangan namin paghandaan. Ulitin ko, bahagi ito ng tinatawag nating quote, taking proper order of the subject of impeachment. Hindi pa man nagsisimula ang pre-trial o trial, ay buo na at kompleto na ang paghahanda ng Senado para dito.
Then came the Senate's proposed calendar showing the start of the impeachment trial proper on July 30. Before this, there's a series of target dates for pre-trial preparations. When session resumes on June 2, the articles of impeachment should be presented, to be followed by the approval of the revised rules of procedure. The next day, senator judges will have to take their oath as part of the convening of the impeachment court. Between June 4 and 24, summons should be issued and pleadings received. In the proposed Senate sked, pre-trial is happening between June 24 and July 25, a full month. By July 29, or a day after the inaugural session of the 20th Congress and President Bongbong Marcos' State of the Nation address, upper chamber lawmakers will take their oath as senator judges. After that, Sara Duterte will be tried, the first vice president in Philippine history to be impeached. Per Escudero's proposal, hearings will be held weekdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., leaving the afternoons open for other matters like the budget, the deliberation period for which coincides with the impeachment trial. The Senate President has previously said they can finish the trial in 3 months, but this isn't set in stone and anything can happen. Escudero says his calendar will have to be approved by his fellow senators. But for now, an all-member caucus is out of the question since upper chamber members are either busy with their election campaign or on holiday abroad.
No. It took us this long to be able to do these things again because we are acting on it prudently. We are not rushing. Ito ang trabaho po namin.
Escudero has already written to VP Duterte and House Speaker Martin Romualdez on the procedures the Senate will adopt when it comes to the verified impeachment complaint. Also in the letter are copies of the proposed calendar and a special order to their admin staff. As for the initial cost of Duterte's trial, there are no figures yet, but Escudero says the upper chamber has enough funds to cover expenses. Each row for senator judges costs between 6,000 and 8,000 pesos. Some Senate staff will have to be paid extra for trial duties, and Escudero also plans to hire private lawyers that will assist the impeachment court. Reporting for News 5, Mean Los Baños, we are One News.
COMELEC has met with survey firms to discuss possible amendments to its new registration requirement for election surveys. News 5 correspondent JC Cosico has a report.
We have the founder and CEO.
Isang linggo matapos ang utos na dapat rehistrado sa COMELEC ang survey firms na maglalabas ng election surveys, pinulong na rin sila ng ahensya tungkol sa mga pwede pang amyendahan sa COMELEC Resolution 11117.
Para naman po magkaroon ng level playing field sa lahat ng kandidato. Aminin na po natin, hindi po lahat ng kandidato ay may pambabayad sa isang survey organizations o papapakonduct ng survey. Maaaring siya ay nabibinipisyuhan o maaaring siya ay talagang wala.
Sa ngayon, may 3 survey firms nang nagparehistro sa COMELEC, pero hiling pa rin ng ilang survey companies huwag gawing mandatory ang pagpaparehistro. Gusto rin ng ilan na tanggalin ang probisyon na nagpapatol ng penalty sa mga non-compliant o yung mga survey firms na hindi susunod. Pag-aaralan naman daw yan ng poll body, pati na lahat ng rekomendasyon ng survey groups. Target ng ilabas ng COMELEC ang final resolution ukol sa survey firm regulations sa loob ng 2 linggo.
Ngayon, pinapolish natin. Napasa na namin yon subject to amendments na ipibigay dun sa mga inputs na kinuha namin ngayong hapon.
Hindi naman daw sakop na regulasyon ng mga media entity dahil paglabag ito sa freedom of the press. Pero sa tanong kung nakakaapekto nga ba ang survey sa pipiliin ng mga botante, sagot na survey firms dyan.
Surveys are not mind conditioning tools. Between a survey and a TV ad, certainly the TV ad is mind conditioning. Surveys are not bandwagon. The bandwagon comes from media saying these are the preferences. If elections were, it is not us.
Walang bandwagon effect ang surveys. Kung tinaas ni Coco Martin ang kamay ng isang kandidato at sinabing iboto siya, mas mataas pa ho ang sigurado na iboboto siya. Hindi po ganon kalakas ang magiging impact ng resulta ng mga surveys.
Nakatakda namang iraffle ng COMELEC kung saan dibisyon mapupunta ang panibagong disqualification case kay senatorial candidate at ACT-CIS Party List Congressman Erwin Tulfo. Sa Lunes, March 3 naman, inaasahang magkakaroon ng disposition ang First Division ng COMELEC sa naunang disqualification na isinampa laban sa Tulfo family.
Okay, dumako naman po tayo sa ibang balita. May solusyon na raw sa karaniwang problema ng mga ahensya ng gobyerno tungkol sa magulong filing system. Yan ay tinatawag na vertical storage system. Ano nga ba yon? Narito po ang report mula kay News 5 correspondent Mon Gualvez.
Patong-patong ng mga folder at dokumento o kaya'y siksikang mga papeles sa kabinet. Ganito ang madalas makikita sa mga tanggapan ng gobyerno. Gaya na lamang sa City Buildings and Architecture Office o CBAO sa Baguio City. Kaya effort daw talaga ang mga kawani para makuha lang ang kailangan.
It will take us mga 5 minutes po, 5 to 7 minutes po pag maghanap po ng documents. Sinasearch namin siya sa Excel file and then doon namin hahanapin. Tapos after nun, hahanapin namin sa cabinet.
Ang mas hassle kapag ang dokumento nasa tuktok pa ng cabinet.
Kailangan mo pang pumatong, sir. Tapos maghahanap ka na naman po ulit doon. Mas nakaka-frustrate kung wala siya doon. Maghahanap ka na naman sa ibang shelf.
Ang ganitong problema, sinolusyonan ng L-Flash Construction Corporation sa pamamagitan ng makinang modula, isang vertical storage system na kauna-unahan sa Pilipinas para sa mga hard copy files ng mga tanggapan ng pamahalaan. Sa modula, naka-encode na mga dokumento sa mas maayos na storage trays. At parang may elevator sa loob ng makina na maglalabas ng hinahanap mo.
Actually, typical sa mga LGU natin and government agencies, no, na cabinet type tayo. Tao ang maghahanap mismo sa mga dokumento, iniisa-isa natin dahil naka-file yun. No? Ngayon, itong module natin, ang machine ang maghahanap ng dokumento para sa iyo, na pupunta na lang sa iyo, kukunin mo na lang. Ganon ka efficient, bibilis ang oras, magiging productive ang tao natin.
Gawa sa Italy ang modula na dinonate ng kumpanya sa Baguio City LGU para makatulong at magsilbing pilot project. Isa sa magandang feature din itong modula dahil nga automated rin naman yung sistema, sa isang click lang, maaaring lumabas sa kagad yung dokumentong hinahanap mo sa loob lamang ng 20 hanggang 30 segundo. Hindi lang daw limitado ang modula sa mga dokumento at papeles. Pwede rin daw ang spare parts o iba pang items na gusto nyong itabi ng maayos para madaling makuha kapag kailangan.
All right, this is Afternoon Delight on One News. We just need to pause for another break. We'll be right back.
February 28th, 1953. In Britain, scientists say they've found the double helix structure of DNA, the molecule that contains the human genes. Years later, Francis Crick describes the discovery that he and fellow scientist James Watson made.
Biological systems are the result of evolution, and they produce very complicated things. Now, the reason that DNA looks so beautiful and simple is it goes right back to near the origins of life.
1993, start of an armed standoff at the Branch Davidian compound in Waco, Texas. Federal agents try to arrest religious leader David Koresh for stockpiling guns and explosives. That sparks a shootout which kills 4 agents and 6 of Koresh's Davidian followers. The standoff ends 51 days later when the compound burns to the ground, killing nearly 80 people. 1986, Sweden's Prime Minister Olof Palme is shot to death in central Stockholm. His murder remains unsolved. And 1983. Rock group U2 releases its War album. Among the tracks, New Year's Day and Sunday Bloody Sunday. Today in History, February 28th. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press.
AP News Minute. President Donald Trump said he is confident that Russian leader Vladimir Putin will keep his word if an agreement is reached to end Moscow's invasion of Ukraine. Trump, during a meeting with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, said he can trust Putin. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum hopes to speak with President Trump as he announced tariffs on Mexico and Canada starting Tuesday. Trump says he's also doubling the 10% universal tariff on imports from China. USAID workers given 15 minutes to clear out their workspaces carted away belongings from a final visit to their now closed headquarters as the Trump administration's rapid-fire dismantling of the congressionally authorized agency moved into its final stages. At least 11 people were killed and scores injured in the Congo city of Bukavu, where explosions struck a rally held by leaders of the M23 rebel group. Rebel leaders blamed the bombing on Congo's government.
And we're back. You're still watching Afternoon Delight. Thanks for staying with us.
Okay, usapang sports naman po tayo. The Gallery's Tower High Risers has clinched their first ever quarterfinals berth in the PVL All-Filipino Conference. The High Risers delivered a stunning performance to secure the upset win against Signal HD Spikers. Final score here, 25-17, 25-22, 19-25, 25-19. Meanwhile, the Creamline Cool Smashers swept the Next Led Chameleons to book their own quarterfinal spot. And meantime, in the PBA, Northport faces Barangay Ginebra in the semifinals later at 5 p.m. And that will be followed by the Rain or Shine Elastopainters against the TNT Tropang Giga at 7:30 p.m. at the Phil Sports Arena.
Now moving on to another story. President Bongbong Marcos has inaugurated Phase 3 of the Pasig River Rehabilitation Project yesterday. Dubbed as Pasig Bigyang Buhay Muli, Marcos Jr. said the goal is to restore the river's pristine state for life, culture, and mobility. The Phase 3 project includes a 2,000 square meter open space at Plaza Mexico for public events and leisure. First Lady Liza Raneta Marcos oversees the project, highlighting its historical and cultural importance. Officials from several government agencies and private sectors attended the inauguration in Intramuros.
Uy, maganda yan, Tita Denise, diba? Kasi, I don't know if nakapunta ka na dun sa Chao Phraya River sa Thailand. Diba, may river doon, and it's really a tourist spot. Merong mga cruise, alam ko merong mga, sabi nga ni Regina kagabi, may floating market doon. Pero hindi naman ata pwede yung floating market sa atin dito sa Pasig River. Pero maganda na may efforts na ganyan para pagandahin yung Pasig River. Para, diba, magkaroon tayo naman ng iconic spot. Kasi, diba, sa Hong Kong, yung harbor.
Yes, oo.
Pinupuntahan din yan. So, it's really nice. Sabi nila, medyo may pagka-Venice style din tong Esplanade, diba? So, hopefully, makita pa natin yung talagang improvements dyan sa Pasig.
Tsaka kahit hindi para sa mga kahit hindi para sa mga foreign visitors, yung para sa mga day-to-day na naglalakad, gusto makakuha ng fresh air, exercise, a good
pwede
view.
mag-date dyan. Why not?
Sige nga. Sige nga, yayin mo si Ashley dyan.
Double date tayo.
Why not?
Sama kita.
Oo, pero nakakatuwa na sana dumami pa yung gantong klaseng projects na may enjoy ng ating mga kapwa Pilipino. Okay, and speaking of ma-enjoy, nako, ito po, alam namin, enjoy na enjoy kayo dito sa aming susunod na segment ng programa na dedicated sa ating partner. Na si Tito. Tito na, ha?
Tito ba? Tito ba talaga?
Oo, Tito Lourdes de Vera. Okay, ito na ang I Saw the Signs. Okay, this Friday, ang edisyon natin, Tita Pawi ay...
Kakaiba edition.
Kaya ito.
Bakit naman kakaiba? Sige, tingnan natin. Our first photo. Kakaibang for sale. Ang caption, for sale po Jordan. Ang issue, may sumabay. Pero foul counted naman.
Ay, parang magulang Okay.
May kasama pang foul.
Okay.
2 tao, no?
Original kaya to?
Pwede, di ba?
Baka may brand to no?
At least hindi sila kakabulin ng Jordan brand.
Okay, sige. Ang nating next sign.
Ito naman.
Ito, nakalagay, thank you, Maynila, dahil naayos na yung kuryente namin.
Ba't naman gano'n? Tubig tuloy lumabas dun sa, sa outlet.
Sa outlet. Parang hindi ata tama yan.
Hindi tama yung number po na tinawag nyo. Iba po, Meralco po, dapat ang tatawagin nyo sa kuryente.
Okay, next. Dapat ba tayong baon ngayon? Ito, kakaiba rin ang reaksyon ng CNN News International anchor na si Richard Quest sa mga kable ng kuryenteng nakita niya.
Sabi niya, how on earth does it all work? Tama naman yung tanong niya, no? Pero gumagana po yan. For some reason, kahit ganyan po yung mga spaghetti wires natin sa Pilipinas, effective naman po siya.
Alam mo, kakaiba naman kasi talaga pag makita mo, no? Parang sobrang intertwined niya kasi.
Oo.
Kaya lang, ang mahirap dito, kapag may kailangan ayusin, hindi mo na rin alam kung ano yung, ano yung kable.
Alin yung sira?
Oo.
Ano yung aayusin?
Okay, ito naman. Ano yung next? At kung ito ang nakita ni Richard Quest, malamang hindi niya kakaya. Oo.
Ano dyan kay Kuya? Bilib ako dyan kay Kuya na nasa taas ng poste. Talagang, siguro ilang oras niya hanapin nga yung sirang kable dyan.
Hindi, pero totoo kaya to?
Parang yan.
Kasi, pwede ba yan? Physically possible ba yan na hindi ka makuryente?
Oo nga, no? Maraming tanong talaga dyan sa mga spaghetti wire na yan. Pero alam ko may ginagawa na yung ating gobyerno para ayusin yan. Kasi medyo eyesore naman talaga yung mga spaghetti wires natin.
Di, tsaka hindi lang eyesore, yung safety baka.
Safety,
diba?
correct.
Issue rin in the future. Okay, kung meron din po kayong makitang signs, please send them to us at afternoondelightON@gmail.com. May oras pa tayong konti, Tita Pawi,
to check some comments. Hindi, bago tayo magbabay, ito magandang comment ni Sir Rafael Dionisio. Sabi niya, mag-podcast sana kayong dalawa.
Why
pwede
not?
yan. Sige.
Sige, pag-uusapan namin yan next week.
Pero magbabakasyon si Tita Denise next week. Pwede na ba i-announce yun? Next month na nga pala. March na ngayon. Alright, but that will do it for us this week. Thank you so much for Afternoon Delight. Ako po si Pauline Versosa sitting in for Tito Lourdes Vera.
Join us again on Monday at 2 p.m. I'm Denise Tan. Have a delightful afternoon.
There's always different sides to a story, and no noise should drown them out.
News should be balanced and accurate. No two ways about it.
Context is also key. No story should be told without it.
I'm Sean Yao.
I'm Pauline Versosa.
I'm Ces Orenia Drilon. We put facts and context together until we complete the big story. We're on weeknights, 7:30 to 8:30 on One News. All sides, all the time.